Hello friends, welcome back to Triple E tutorial channel. I am Lisha, going to discuss with you about the construction of transformer and its type based on the construction of core and winding. Okay, so let us discuss about the construction of transformer. Essentially or basically, a transformer need two components, that is core and winding. So core and windings are the essential requirements for the construction of a transformer. For the satisfactory operation of a transformer, in addition to this core and winding, we need conservator, Bachelor's relay, transformer oil, radiator, breathers, etc. But here we are going to discuss about the essential requirements for the construction of transformer, that is transformer core and transformer winding. Okay. So first let us discuss about the transformer core. Okay. The function of transformer core is to provide the necessary path for the magnetic flux. So transformer core carries magnetic flux. Transformer core is made up of thin silicon steel material. Nowadays it is CRGO material, cold rolled grain oriented sheet steel. That is the name of the material that we are using to construct transformer core. The thickness is very less. We can say the stack of thin silicon steel. Stack means a number of layers of thin silicon steels are arranged one by one in that order, and that order is known as stack of thin silicon steel. And each silicon steels are laminated, and the lamination thickness is normally 0.35 to 0.55 mm. These points are very important for technical exams. In a transformer core, there will be two losses. Mainly two losses will be there. First one is eddy current losses and the second one is hysteresis losses. Normally laminations are provided for transformer core in order to reduce this eddy current losses. Okay. So eddy current losses can be reduced by or minimized by providing laminations on the transformer core. Okay. And we can reduce the next loss found in transformer core, that is hysteresis loss. We can reduce hysteresis losses by the use of this silicon steel or high permeability material. We know that silicon has high permeability. So normally ZRGO material is used. So high permeability materials are used for the construction of transformer core, that is silicon. Okay, these 2 points are very important. Okay, we can reduce eddy current losses by laminating the transformer core, and we can reduce the hysteresis losses by the use of high permeability magnetic material, that is high permeability silicon steel, CRGO normally it is. Okay. In this diagram you can see laminated cores here. Each silicon steels are arranged one by one, and these arrangements is normally known as slack. So the slack of laminated core that you can see here. The bottom region of the transformer laminated core is known as yoke, and the vertical portion of the transformer core is known as limb. Okay, these are the major points about core for the construction of transformer. Okay, Now let us discuss about the second important component which is needed for the construction of transformer, that is transformer winding. Mainly there will be two windings, that is primary and secondary windings. Function of the transformer winding is to carry current through this. Okay. Major function of the transformer winding is to carry current. Normally the primary windings are connected to the AC voltage source and secondary is normally connected to the load. Based on the voltage across the primary and secondary windings, we can say that may be low voltage or high voltage winding. Means if the voltage across the primary winding is higher than that of the voltage across the secondary winding, then the primary winding will be the high voltage winding and secondary will be low voltage winding. Similarly, if the voltage across the secondary winding is higher than that of the voltage across the primary winding, then the secondary voltage will be the high voltage winding and primary will be the low voltage winding. We know that the function of the transformer winding is to carry electrical current, so that the material used for the windings must have high conductivity, so that normally copper conductors or copper materials are used for the production of transformer winding. This point is very important. And there is a chance to touch these windings with each other and they may get short circuited. In order to avoid this problem, each windings are laminated from each windings are insulated from each other by kraft paper. Okay, and due to the flow of this electrical current, we know that the material will possess some resistance, so that there will be some loss, that is copper loss, normally I square R losses. So copper losses will occur on the windings of the transformer, will occur in both primary and secondary windings. So copper losses are the losses found in the transformer winding. In the case of transformer core, there will be two losses normally, that is eddy current losses and hysteresis losses. These are the main points about the core and transformer windings. Now we can discuss about the types of transformers on the basis of the arrangements of core and windings. We know that core and windings are the essential requirements for the construction of transformer. Okay, so based on their arrangements, transformers can be of two types, core type and shell type transformers. Okay, in this diagram you can see two transformers, core type and shell type transformers. This will be the primary windings and secondary windings of core type transformer. This will be the core. In this diagram you can see that this core is surrounded by the windings. Okay, in core type transformer, core is surrounded by the windings, otherwise the windings will encircle the core. And in core type transformer there will be only one magnetic circuit. You can see that here. That means flux will flow through this magnetic path. Okay, but in the case of shell type transformer, this will be the primary winding and it will be the secondary winding. You can see these windings are surrounded by the core. Okay, can you see? In shell type transformer, this primary and secondary windings are surrounded by the core. Otherwise, we can say the core encircles the windings. Okay. In this diagram, you can see that there will be two magnetic paths for the flags. Okay, first path will be like this and the other path will be like this. So in core type transformer, there will be only one magnetic circuit, but for shell type transformers, here will be two magnetic circuits. These are the main difference between this core and shell type transformers. Okay, so these are the major points about the construction of transformers. The construction of transformer is mainly required two essential things, core and windings. Okay, thank you.